This video is for educational purposes and cultural awareness only. In the heart of Kathmandu, nestled among ancient temples and bustling squares, lives a figure of immense reverence, a child who is not just a child, but a living goddess. This is the story of the Kumari, a tradition that has fascinated and mystified the world for centuries. Welcome, and today we are diving deep into the secret world of Nepal's living goddess. So, who exactly is the Kumari? The word Kumari literally means virgin in Nepali, and it refers to a young prepubescent girl selected from the Newar community of the Kathmandu Valley. She is believed to be the earthly manifestation of the Hindu goddess Taleju Bhavani, a powerful deity who protects the nation. This isn't just a symbolic title for the people of Nepal. The Kumari is a real, living, breathing goddess whose presence brings blessings and whose glance can tell the future. The selection process of a Kumari is incredibly vigorous and steeped in ancient tradition. It's often compared to the selection of the Dalai Lama in Tibet. The search begins when the current Kumari approaches puberty priests, and the astrologers look for a specific girl from the Shakya or Vajradhanya clans. He must possess the Buddhist Lakshanas, or 32 perfections of a goddess. These range from physical attributes like eyelashes like a cow, a neck like a conch shell, and a voice as clear as a duck's, to specific astrological charts that align perfectly with those of the reigning king of Nepal. Once a potential candidate is identified, she undergoes a series of tests to prove her courage and divine nature. One of the most famous and intense tests involves spending a night alone in a dark room filled with severed heads of sacrificed buffaloes and goats, while men in terrifying demon masks dance around her. A true goddess will show no fear. She must remain calm and serene throughout this ordeal. If she passes these tests, she's declared the new royal Kumari, leaving her family and her old life behind to move into Kumariga, or the Kumari's house, in Kathmandu's Darbar Square. Life as a Kumari is unlike any other childhood. She is worshipped daily by devotees who come to seek her blessing. Her feet, considered sacred, are never allowed to touch the ground outside her palace. When she does leave the Kumariga, which happens for only about 13 times a year for special festivals, she is carried in a golden palanquin, wearing elaborate red garments, a top knot in her hair, and the iconic Agni Chaksu, or fire eye, painted on her forehead, symbolizing her divine powers and perfection. She doesn't go to a normal school. Tutors come to the palace to provide her with an education. But her primary role is a ceremonial one. Her daily life is governed by rituals. Devotees line up to receive a chance of her darshan, or audience. They offer gifts and seek her blessing, which she gives by marking their foreheads with a red tikka. Her expressions are carefully interpreted. A smile might mean your wish is granted, while crying could be a sign of impending illness or death. Silence is her most common and most powerful communication. One of the biggest festivals she presides over is Indra Jatra, a massive 8-day street festival in Kathmandu. This is one of the few times the public gets to see the Kumari up close as her chariot is pulled through the crowded streets of the old city. It's a spectacular event, a vibrant display of culture, music, and devotion with the young goddess at its very center. The president of Nepal himself comes to receive her blessing, a tradition that continues from the days of the monarchy, reinforcing her importance to the tradition. But what happens when a goddess grows up? The Kumari's reign ends with her first menstruation. It is believed that the moment she bleeds, the spirit of the goddess Taleju leaves her body and will seek a new vessel. The transition back to a normal life can be incredibly challenging after years of being worshipped, unable to walk on her own outside or interact freely with other children. Reintegrating into society is a monumental task. The former Kumari must learn to walk the streets, go to school with other kids, and handle money, things she never had to do. There is an old myth that men who marry a former Kumari will die young, a superstition that has made it difficult for many of them to find partners and build families. However, this is largely being challenged now. Many former Kumaris have gone on to have many children and lead successful lives, pursuing careers in fields like banking, computer science, and education. They are living proof that there is life after divinity. In recent years, there has been a growing conversation about the rights of the Kumari. Activists have raised concerns about her education, her social development, and the psychological impact of such an unusual childhood. This has led to improvements, like more structured education within the palace, and a government stipend to help former Kumaris transition back to civilian life. The tradition is adapting, trying to find a balance between preserving its sacredness and ensuring the well-being of the child at its heart. The Kumari tradition is a beautiful, complex, and sometimes controversial part of Nepal's rich cultural tapestry. It's a living link to the past, a practice where the divine walks among the mortals in form of a young girl. It challenges our modern idea of childhood religion and reality itself. The story of the Kumari is not just about a goddess. It's about a girl who carries the weight of a nation's faith on her small shoulders. A symbol of purity and power in an ever-changing world. It reminds us that in some corners of the globe, magic and divinity are not just things you read about in books, but a part of everyday life. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey into the mystical world of Nepal's living goddess. Subscribe, like, and share for more rare traditions from around the world. What do you think about the Kumari tradition? I would love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious.